So today we're going to try and attempt challenge Rev to 447, and then towards the end I will be sharing a new build for controlling the monsters. First, you can see some gameplay here. It's going to be a lot of crowd control, and on the top of that, every time I use my primary attack, it is going to be a new main hand blast, and it does quite a lot of damage. Hopefully you guys can see the blast coming from my primary, and I'm like squeezing all the enemies in a small area, so they're all getting hit from my primary. And this is challenge Rev to 447, and maybe I'll have something on your screen so you can see the combination that I am using right now. Just to apply the force field, shoot the ice shot to the chill enemy, then the ice shot only have 1 second cooldown, which is going to be coming from a Scorch, and then using the new main hand for the 100% blast. Some of that information is going to be on your screen right now. And anyways, let's go back here. You can see the... My goodness, the lag that I am getting right now is... oh my goodness, this is crazy, man. Maybe too many blasts. Like, this build is basically so much AOE. Oh my goodness. Am I gonna crash? No, I will die from the lag that the game is giving me. The servers are just not able to keep up with the blast. But you can see squeezing everyone in this small area and lagging the heck out. But yeah, I'm definitely shooting blast with my primary every single second thanks to the Scorch 1 second cooldown. And this isn't even that button mashing build, quite easy to play even on some iPad and phones. You only need to just smash one button, and that is going to be Scorch. And it seems like I will be summoning the boss really soon, and hopefully I won't like get that lag back. And finger crossed, the boss is gonna be a decent one. Doesn't matter all that much. I just wanted to showcase that this is a really new strong build to at least delete the monsters in the first part. And you can see basically I end up destroying the monsters so dang fast that I have so much time left. But depending on the boss, let me go with the single target build. This is the build that I will not be sharing. I will be only sharing the primary AOE blast build. And look at that. This boss I think I can do, but it is gonna take me really long time to kill the dude. So I might just force forward this part. Doesn't matter, fail or a success. So see you guys towards the end with the build. So end up defeating the boss in challenge Rev 447, took the first spot and did it with 284 less combat rating. But now let's dive into the AOE blast build, starting with the skills that I was using. A magic missile is gonna be super OP versus the monsters you saw, and then Arcane Wind to gather the enemies up, and the Disintegrate to break the armor so they take more damage from us, and the force field to apply the chill and the freeze, and the Scorch to keep on attacking them, and it does quite a lot of damage and gives us that primary every this has 0.5 second cooldown, so we can just basically have 100% uptime on this new main hand. So the skills are going to be Magic Missile, Arcane Wind, Disintegrate, Force Field, and Scorch. And for the set pieces, I was using personally the 4-piece Ritters, because we are blasting the heck out of enemies and we have some more beneficial duration as well. So I end up using 4-piece Ritters. Now you can try and do something else, but because a lot of damage is coming from the primary, I end up using 4-piece Ritters for it. And then I had 2 pieces of Banquet of Ice equipped. I was applying some poison to them through my primary Lash Curse ability. This one, it does apply some bleeding, and on the top of that, I had the Seeping Vial equipped, and it does apply that poison effect on the enemy. And so I was getting the buff Banquet of Ice, doing 15% more damage to them, and then having Feasting Baron to extend the harmful duration, and so I can keep up that buff for longer. Super strong. This is what I was using in the set pieces. Now, before we go for the main essences, again, as always, I will recommend you guys trying to stack up as much critical hit chance you can from the helm, shoulder, weapons, and the main offhand. Offhand will also give you some critical hit chance. And speaking of that, I need to roll some critical hit chance there, and you can get some more critical hit chance there. And then, of course, try and stack some beneficial duration on your chest and your legs. It comes on the belt, and it comes on the shoes. And then you can try and stack some skill cooldown on your rings and your amulets. So some of the important stats. And moving on to the Reforge, this is what I was using. There we go. Damage to demons increased by 4%, attack speed increased by 1.5%, duration of beneficial effect, critical hit damage, all skill damage. So these were my PVE new Reforge setup. Now let's dive into the essences, starting with the helm. It is for the Scorch skill, Scorch Nerf Fire, Piercing Ice, shot at nearby chilled or frozen enemy, bouncing once when hitting frozen enemy. Scorch damage is increased by 18%. Then our chest, it is for the Force Field. Force Field now grant you a creeping chill, causing your attacks to chill enemies and freeze them on critical hit. Force Field cooldown reduced by 7.2%. And then the shoulder is for Disintegrate, to break the enemy armor. Disintegrate now summon an Arcane Deputy that follow you and channel a Disintegrate beam at nearby enemies, and it does break the enemy armor and you do more damage to them. The reason why I still use it. And then the legs is for the Disintegrate. Again, Disintegrate cooldown is reduced by 1.6 seconds when damaging enemies up to a maximum of 4.8 seconds. So we can have 100% uptime on the Disintegrate beam. And our main hand, the first one, it is this bloom for the Arcane Wind. Arcane Wind now summons a storm that grows over time, pulling in and damaging nearby enemies. Arcane Wind, the damage increased by 18% and the cooldown decreased by 10% thanks to the Awakened Slaw. This is how we are controlling the monsters and keeping them in a small area. And then, of course, the new essence here, Equalizer for the Magic Missile. Super awesome. Each time you use a skill, your next magic missile turns into a flaming missile if cast within 5 seconds, which explode on impact to deal 74,000 damage to nearby enemies. You can have up to 3 flaming missile damage is increased by 36%. Magic missile damage increased by another 10% thanks to the Awaken. And then we are using our first offhand for the Arcane Wind. Arcane Wind now also freeze shield enemy for 2.4 seconds, cannot occur more often than once every 3 seconds, and 5 seconds for players, but we are using it versus enemies, so it is working every 3 seconds. And lastly, it is again for the Scorch critical hit chances increased by 29% against chilled enemy and 50% against frozen enemies. And since we are doing so much chill and freeze, it does do quite a lot of damage, has quite a nice AOE to it. And on the top of that, the main primary is super awesome. And that is everything. A really strong new AoE blast build, the strongest when it comes to dealing with crowd control, a lot of monsters. I don't think there is a build which is going to be this comfortable and this fast to deal with the monsters in a challenge rift. Super fun to play. Now I'm signing off. See you all in the next one. You guys have a great day later.